What's good? This is your boy Mustafa back at it with another video. You are the title. What are your 20s even about? As someone who's 21 and you watching this probably in your 20s and maybe even your late 20s, even in your 30s, this video could help you because all of us hear this thing where it's like everyone tells you a different things that you should be doing in your 20s. They tell you that you should put your head down and work, that you should build an empire, or that you should travel, you should study, you should relax, not take yourself too seriously, get to know more people. Everyone tells you a different thing. There isn't concrete advice. Everyone tells you this is what you should be doing in 20s, this is what you should be doing in 20s. And to all that, bro, I say, shut up. Like, seriously. If there is one thing that I'm learning, and I'm in my early 20s, I'm 21, is that you're allowed to change, bro. You're human, whether you're in 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You're allowed to try new things. Don't let no one trap you into the thing that there is one thing that you need to stick to. The truth is, your 20s is what you make of it. And I know that sounds corny and stupid, but that's the truth. You decide what your 20s are gonna look like. You decide what your 30s are gonna look like. You decide what your 40s are gonna look like. And this is what I'm trying to make you understand in this video, is that your 20s are no different from the rest of your life. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to live with the consequences. So who decides what's important in your 20s? It's simple, is you. And to that, everyone, what they tell you different things. Everyone got different things that fulfills them. You might do something that fulfills you that your friends might not find fulfilling. But I would still recommend you chase it and go after it in your 20s. Now, your friend's not doing that thing, that doesn't make him wrong. He just has a different thing that gives him purpose and fulfills him. And that's the point of this video, is understanding that you need to, there is really no real meaning for your 20s. And that goes for the rest of your life, to be honest, bro. You give your life meaning, you decide what matters. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's stuck with the things that you did, the consequences of your action. You give your life purpose, you give it meaning. You're the one who decides this, and I have said this in many of my other videos. So this is a message for everyone that tells you, in your 20s, everyone tells you, study, do this, focus on your empire. In your 20s, you should be traveling, doing this, doing that. Everyone tells you something different, and to that, like I tell you, you need to ignore all of that. You decide what you want to do in your 20s, because there isn't a concrete answer. You listen to 100 different people, you get 100 different answers about what you should be doing in your 20s. None of that matters, because everyone is different. So realize that this is something that you need to start doing, is acting out of inspiration. You're allowed to change your mind. If you want to get your degree and do, for example, pursue content, create content, do content creation. Maybe you want to do art. Maybe you want to start a business. Whatever it is that feels very true to your heart, that feels like it resonates with your soul. You're free to pursue it. There is no real answer. You can pursue it and then later on realize that thing might not be the thing that fulfills you. But that's how your 20s goes, is a learning curve, and life in general is a learning curve. So the simple answer to that question, what I should be doing in my 20s, is trying different things. Bro, try as much things as you can. You got new ideas for an art piece you want to create, go create it. You got an idea for creating a book, go write that book. You got an idea to start building a certain business, start that business. For me, I get some ideas and I start executing them right away, and that's one thing that changed my life to the better. Not only did it give me more respect to myself, but it gives me inspiration. You have inspiration that your body, you become more creative as you go by executing on ideas. People can, I used to think that I was not creative. Let me tell you, that was wrong. That was one of the worst limiting beliefs I had. Creativity comes from executing on your ideas. You got an idea, start implementing it. And that's the answer to that question. What should I do in my 20s? There is no right answer. You listen to 100 different people, you get 100 different answers. So start pursuing what you want. In your 20s, it is, I feel my right answer is to pursue passion, whatever feels right to you. If you want to pursue something, That's what you should be pursuing right now. And let me tell you, you might change your opinion. That's part of being in your 20s, and that's part of being part of this game called life in general, is that you're going to change your mind. It is never going to be a concrete answer. But when God gives you if you believe in God, and I do, if God gives you an inspiration, a gut feeling, an idea, an intuition, act on that. And that's part of being in your, that's one of the biggest things that I learned in my 20s, is trusting my intuition, is learning to embrace, to change directions and try different things. So at the end of the day, bro, I hope this video wasn't all over the place, and I hope it helped. In your 20s, you can try different things and not expect a certain result. You don't owe people results. You don't owe nobody nothing. This is your life. You make it. You make your life. So don't let no one tell you what your 20s are about. Your 20s is about trying as much things as you can. Everyone's 20s are going to look different. That doesn't mean someone is wrong. Everyone wants to tell you in your 20s you should be doing this, that. It doesn't matter. Your 20s is about trying things that feel true to you. Try different things and see what sticks with you. Not just in your 20s, but in your life in general. Everyone's life is going to look different. I just want this video to be a message for you to act out of inspiration and follow what's true to your heart. Because at the end of the day, when you're laying on that bed, you're the one who's going to live with the consequences. And I spent so many time overthinking and questioning what I should be doing when there is really no right answer. You just get intuition and you get inspiration and you act on that. And if it doesn't work, you correct a different path, and that's life. And that's how your 20s should look like. You have a good one, bro.